On your side. This is News 3 First Edition.
Good afternoon, and thank you for trusting News 3. I'm Jesselyn Adams. Tonight's top story is on the Crime Watch. The city of Columbus is marking the 24th homicide of the year today. Chief Deputy Coroner Freeman Worley has confirmed the identity of the victim of today's shooting as 44-year-old Stanford Jones. The deadly incident happened at the 400 block of Mellon Street. Police were called to the scene just before 7 this morning. As we go to air, police have not released any information about a suspect in the shooting. Also on the Crime Watch, Phoenix City Police are investigating a deadly hit and run. Russell County Coroner Arthur Sumbry Jr. says it happened early this morning, just after midnight. The victim was found on Somerville Road near the Cloverleaf apartment complex off Stadium Drive. You can see that location on the map you see here. Sumbry says the victim is a man in his 30s or 40s, but he hasn't been identified. You are asked to call 911 if you have any information about this case. And 4 members of a drug trafficking organization based in Lee County have pled guilty to the charges against them. According to a news release from the U.S. Department of Justice, 36-year-old Worldly Holstick and 43-year-old Timothy Spinks, both of Auburn, 28-year-old James McIntyre of Montgomery, and 41-year-old James Hamilton of California all pleaded guilty to various drug-related charges. The Department of Justice says Holstick obtained cocaine for distribution, Spinks sold the cocaine, McIntyre provided addresses for the drugs to be shipped, and Hamilton laundered the proceeds from drug activities. 14 other members of this criminal organization have also pleaded guilty to the charges against them. Now, new at 5, it's that time of year again when newly enlisted and transferred soldiers roll their way into Fort Benning, and with them, their families. A local event seeks to connect military men, women, their spouses, parents, and children with the businesses and resources they can discover in the Chattahoochee Valley. News 3's Michaela Singleton joins us now with a breakdown. Also new at 5, an event that has taken social media by storm is on its way to Columbus. It's called Drag Queen Story Hour, and reaction across Facebook varies in support and opposition. With the event date coming up shortly, News 3's Jesselyn Adams speaks with the event organizers about what you can expect. Thank you, Jesselyn. Making news across Alabama, former Governor Robert Bentley is attempting to revive his battered reputation on social media after his administration ended in scandal. Bentley has launched the Bentley for Alabama website and reactivated his social media accounts. The website discusses positive achievements such as his promise to not take a state paycheck until the unemployment rate significantly declines. Bentley said he started the site as, quote, a historic record of our administration. Bentley resigned last year while facing an ethics investigation and calls for his impeachment. The actions against him were prompted by allegations that he had an affair with a top aide. Across America, NFL players took to the field for the first preseason games last night. Several players used their games to resurrect protests against what they see as an injustice in America. The protests are kicking off another back and forth with President Trump, who opposes those who choose to demonstrate during the national anthem. President Trump tweeted, quote, the NFL players are at it again, taking a knee when they should be standing proudly for the national anthem. He added numerous players from different teams wanted to show their, quote, outrage at something that most of them are unable to define. Players including Miami Dolphins receiver Kenny Stills says they will continue to protest this season.
Part of this protest hasn't been easy. I thought I was going to be by myself out there, and today I had an angel with me, with Albert being out there, and I'm grateful that he sees what's happening and he wants to stand up and do something about it as well.
The NFL says no players will be disciplined for the demonstrations, while the league continues to discuss the issue with the players' union. Now, the suspect accused of starting California's Holy Fire is scheduled to appear in court today. Forrest Clark is facing numerous charges, including a felony count of aggravated arson. Clark was arrested this week on suspicion of setting the blaze after he allegedly sent a text to a volunteer fire chief 2 weeks ago saying, quote, the place is going to burn. If he's found guilty, the 51-year-old could spend the rest of his life behind bars. His bail is set at $1 million. The Holy Fire has already scorched nearly 10,000 acres. It's only 5% contained. Well, it's the silver anniversary of for Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She is celebrating 25 years on the Supreme Court. Ginsburg was the top graduate of her class at Columbia, yet she was turned down by some law firms and high-profile judicial clerkships. Ginsburg persevered as a teacher and a women's rights lawyer. In 1993, then-President Bill Clinton appointed her to the High Court. One landmark ruling she's written, she forced Virginia Military Institute to admit women. In today's Consumer Watch, a federal court is taking action against I don't have the plunger anymore. Pesticide known to cause neurological problems. Plus, later in the Health Watch, you may want to check your medicine cabinet. A popular nasal spray is being recalled. We'll tell you why. As always, the best way to stay connected with us here at WRBL is to like and follow us on social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with the latest breaking news, sports, and weather, right? Bob's not here as well. This is where Bob